Hello and welcome to James Beckley Writer's Video Blog Thing, Volume 2. That was 4, but 2. No more ums, right? That's the first one I learned from watching back my first video. Lots of I sound like some kind of footballer or something, I wish. Anyway, thank you for coming back. And thank you so much for all your support as well. My website, all my books, you've all been fantastic, so thank you. Today I am still but today I'm recording in my bat cave / man cave, whatever you want to call it. I'm joined by Zig and Zag, as you can see there. Oh, and Grogu at the back there, and Pennywise's balloon. But yeah, so this is my garage that I converted into my cultural museum, I believe is what I'm going to call it once it's finished. There's still a bit of a gap here I've got to fill with some stuff, and somewhere underneath Matt Berry here, and some over there. Don't want any wall showing. This was my wife's clever way of getting all of my stuff out of the house. I realised after a while, but actually it's great. This was full of boxes, this place before. I've now got carpet from the Shining Hotel. I've got a fish tank full of cuddly toys. But yeah, I'll give you a full tour of that at the end. Just came on today, not to have indigestion and burp at you, but just to announce that my new book, my third book, well, if you count my little short story about being haunted by my great-grandmother, a book, but it was a book, it was just a small one, but this is my third book that's out today. I did hint at it in the last video, if you managed to make it through the end. This book, here it is called Living in a Jukebox, and there's me living in a jukebox on the front. Very shiny cover, this one, and look at the size of this, if you pardon my expression. It's a big one. There it is, look at that, 400 odd pages of gold, Jerry. It's Seinfeld reference there for anybody that watches Seinfeld in this country apart from me. So yeah, this book here is Labour of Love. Another one, I think that's what all books are, is available now on Amazon in this lovely shiny paperback. And also this beautiful heavy duty hardback as well. Again, it's a whopper, but also very hard and very nice inside. It's got a lovely place for me to sign at the front. I've got quite a few people asking me to sign my books because they think it's going to be worth something one day. But yeah, good luck to them. I've got lots of signed things here, like this picture of Robbie Williams, or the monkey Robbie Williams, signed by Robbie Williams up there, and also this one signed by the great leader himself, Danny Wallace, and the two cute boys, Steve Ferdinando and Joe, whose name I've forgotten. No, I haven't really. If you want my book signed, I'm more than happy to do it. If you think it's going to be worth something, you may be mistaken, but maybe one day, who knows. Yeah, so this book, anyway, back to the book. So you notice first off, it's got this handy little QR code on the back. This basically I will come to later, but this book is all about music, which is one of my big passions in life. Not playing it or writing it, although I did write quite a lot of songs, but they all ended up sounding a bit like Oasis / Robbie Williams, so I don't think I was going to get anywhere, or done for plagiarism several hundred times, which, you know, I am partial to a bit of plagiarism in songs. But yeah, this is about music. I love music. I was brought up on music by my mum and dad. Listened to the Beatles, Elton John, then on to Madonna and stuff like that. My dad had a good eclectic mix of music, just what he has still. He's a electric guitarist now in Wales. He's slowly retiring from his actual job and is going to start touring the world pretty soon. So look out for that. He's I think he's about three guitar man now, 3 or 4 guitars, but he's a legend. He plays very well. So we're very proud of him in our house for his guitar skills. Anyway, so they brought me up on music. It was quite a big part of my life as a kid. I could recite words to several songs of the early 80s, much to the shock of my parents. That was what I was picking up, was music and lyrics to a lot of songs. I don't want to spoil it because they're in the book, some of them. but it's been a big part of my life. I really link on to bands that I like or singers that I like, and I'm very loyal to them. Stay fans of theirs all through their careers. Won't have a bad word said against them. So that's why my taste is very eclectic as well. It goes across time, and you know, I love music from the 70s, 60s, as well as the 80s, obviously, the 90s. Then it kind of stops a little bit. I mean, there's quite a few things out there that I like at the moment, actually, but you know, it's not what it used to be, is it, kids? Hence why there's such a big lot of people trying to get Oasis tickets, because they were the last big band, bar One Direction, but not quite the same thing. So in this book I go through, it's almost like saying that music is good for your memory, and I really think it is. And actually, by starting this book, I've noticed that there is a lot of scientific stuff out there, and medical things that are pointing in this direction as well. And dementia patients are having, you know, playlists made for them of music that takes them straight back, and there's a you know, a scientific kind of investigation into why music will instantly give us a memory more than a lot of other things, which is true, and that's kind of what I wrote this book about. And I've sort of found out a bit more about that side of it since writing it. It's fascinating, you know, that it can be used in this way to help patients with memory problems, memory loss, and things like that. And you know, my memory is really good, which is a blessing and a curse a lot of the times. I remember things I don't really want to remember quite easily, but also I remember all the good stuff. Hence why it's easy to write this book. I picked out 40 songs, I narrowed it down to 40, that I would consider part of the soundtrack of my life so far. And some are from the 80s, some are from the 90s, there's a couple from the 70s right at the start, because I am a 78 baby, which means I am an 80s child, because I was there for the whole 80s. Anybody that disagrees with that, and you were born in the 80s, you may well have been born in the 80s, but you weren't there for all of them, all right? But yeah, it's I start off with the song that was number one the day I was born, which is another kind of thing of mine I've always had an interest in. I feel that you can tell the kind of person that someone is from what was number one on their birthdays. It's like a horoscope kind of thing. Mine was You're the One That I Want by Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta, and that would probably explain quite a lot, really. But yeah, so I've had a few over my life. I've had Three Lions as my number one twice on my birthday. I've had some Oasis. I've obviously had Bryan Adams and Wet Wet Wet, who were number one for like half a year. But yeah, that's another story altogether. This book, I go through these songs. I tell you a little bit about the song and a little bit about the artist, and I tell you what it reminds me of and where it takes me. Because I kind of realised that in my first book, The Boy She Left Behind, that so many of you have given me such wonderful feedback for, and it's available still on Amazon right now in all formats. But it was a personal journey for me, and this is again a personal journey. Obviously, a little bit more on the positive side, going back to good times, but there are some things that remind me of sad times as well. And you'll see why. I mean, it also shows you that it could be any song, absolutely any song whatsoever. There may well be some in there that have been used by Jim Henson puppets, for example, who will remain nameless, all the way through to heavy metal bands from Sheffield. So, you know, it crosses a boundary. It crosses across different time zones. It tells you exactly what was going on with me at that time. And what it reminds me of, and hopefully it will remind you of things too. One of the people that has read it so far, who's come back to me, has said that it really did open up her memory to quite a lot of things in the 80s, and she started talking about what she was doing at the time and what TV programs I talk about and stuff in here as well. So it's not just music. It tells you about things that are going on in the world. It tells you what was on TV or what I was watching and what it reminds me of. So every single song will remind me of something. This is what I think. And also I think every single person that I know will have a song that I will associate to them. So if you want to know your song, please drop me a message on my website, on the little contact me page, or on Instagram, or wherever you're watching this, TikTok, anywhere like that, Twitter, not X. If you know me and want to know what the song is that reminds me of you, then please give me a shout. But obviously, have a look at the book first. There may well be in there already. Quite a few of my friends in there. There's quite a few people I've mentioned in the thank yous that introduced me to music, and that will be something they remind me of. And I personally think that's why music is one of the most important things to me. I can associate any kind of song, any music with any event in my life, any person in my life, any time in my life. I can kind of use music to sort of work out when something happened. I don't know. Maybe on the spectrum. Maybe it's a musical spectrum. Maybe it's a ZX spectrum. I don't know, but I'm on something, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a good book. I really enjoyed writing it. Finding out little bits about the music and about the songs as well that I didn't know, and reminiscing at the times that it reminded me of. And every single person I spoke to about this idea before I brought it out has kind of said to me, and literally instantly started talking to me about the songs that remind them of certain times. You know, I'll say, we've all got songs that remind us and take us exactly back to a certain place in time. And I say, what's yours? And they will literally instantly tell me. So I think everybody's got some. I want people to sort of think about their playlists of their lives. I want them to tell me what it is. Again, contact me through my website, the information of which will come along here after I've edited it in afterwards. But please contact me. please someone talk to me. But yeah, this book, obviously, it's got some of my friends in it. It's got a couple of visits to a good friend of mine who Ruby and I are going to see at their album launch this week. The one and only himself, Chesney Hawkes. There's a couple in there. Yes, that's right, a couple. He's been a great support to me. And I will be a great support to him with his album Living Arrows, which comes out next week. His new songs are great. Obviously, I'm in the video of one of them, well, a fan video, but I'm in the video of one of them. But check him out. Bit of advertising there for you, Ches. Yeah, I'm still humming, that's for certain. So yeah, this book is a good one. It's a good one because I think it opens up conversations. It makes you think about the songs that sort of, I remember that was on my 5th birthday and we were in this flat, and I could go back to instantly remembering where I was, what I was listening to, where I bought it from. I bought a lot of singles in my life. And my phone's ringing, so hold on a second. Okay.
So did you want the grilled, your chicken pieces, did you want that and some butter chicken sauce and a bit of that?
Sounds good to me. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, the butter chicken worked for me as well. It was absolutely fine last time. Whatever we ate last time was great. So naan bread instead of the rice, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So did you want butter chicken instead of the grilled chicken then?
That's dinner sorted. It's Mother's Day today, hence why I'm wearing Michael Bolton, Man the Legend, a t-shirt for my mum. She was a big fan. That's one of the music things that will take me back to sitting there while she ironed, listening to Michael Bolton on her headphones, and miming along. But I could hear what she was listening to by the fact that she was miming. You could still hear her singing it, which is quite funny. But yeah, it's things like that. So every single person, every single event, every single time, I have something musical that I can relate it to. Live Aid, for example, on my birthday, 1985, Freddie Mercury overshone me is the word I'm looking for. But he, on my own birthday, how could he? I was 7, everybody. 7. There you go. Feel better now. Yeah. So again, please have a look at this. So anyway, I told you about this bit on the back, didn't I? So this is a very important QR code, which when you scan it will take you to a YouTube playlist of all the songs that I talk about in this book, so you can listen along to it. I would have done it on Apple, I would have done it on Spotify as well. However, one of the songs is a very important song in there is not on either of them, so you have to have it on you. And everybody's got YouTube, right? Some people have got Spotify, some people have got Apple, blah blah blah, but everyone's got YouTube, so it's on YouTube, all right? Whether you like it or not, you can turn that on and you can listen to it along. Listen along with me in the book. Yeah, give it a go. It's a good one, and it's massive. So yeah, big old book, and it's worth it. I've had some people reading it already, and they said it's great, and it makes them think about their playlists. So give it a go. Yeah. So and then I'll cut to showing you around my beautiful man cave, which I don't like the phrase man cave. It's really annoying. So I call it the Bat Cave. But it's just, and then it's going to turn into the cultural museum So the James Beckley Cultural Museum, which will be long-standing and will be open to the general public on bank holidays. So yeah, buy the book, download the book. It's also on Kindle. You can have it in paperback or hardback, both nice and big. Will keep you busy. I'll sign them for you if you ever want to come find me, and I'll sign them. Contact me to find out what your song is. Contact me with your own playlist. I'm happy to have a chat about what songs remind you of whatever as well. But please give the book a go. It's a big one, so it's took me a while. I'm already on to the next project, which is trying to convert one of my scripts I wrote into a novel. Don't know how long it's going to take me. I'm literally working on the first chapter. I'm going to have the chapters are going to be quite long in this, so the first chapter is almost like going to be the first episode of what I wrote as a comedy / drama, whatever one it is. This one's about a ghost, so some of you may have heard of it already, but it'll be slightly different in the book because obviously it's not just a script. It's going to be a full book, which will then hopefully be made into a film with I don't know who's going to be in it yet. I haven't decided, but we'll see. But yeah, Living in a Jukebox is out now. Amazon and Kindle, hardback, paperback. You can read along with me while you listen to the playlist. People keep asking about audio versions of it. I mean, if you want to listen to me quite a lot for reading it out, maybe I'll get a professional to do it. Could be Joe Attiwell from the Important Broadcasters. He does that sometimes. But yeah, I really hope you like this one. It's a bit more of a positive one. It's good to use music in a positive way. I think we could all do a bit of happiness and reminiscing out there at the moment. It's not great in the world, is it? But yeah, let's not end this on a downer. Hey, let's think of something good that's going on right now. A lot of good TV coming up in April. You've got Love on the Spectrum. You've got Andor season 2. We've got You, Hello You, coming back for one final season with my hero Joe Goldberg, not Joe Attiwell. What else is there? Last of Us. I'm getting tense about that, and I haven't even started to watch it yet. There's something else. Doctor Who. There you go, one for us nerds out there. But yeah, thank you for dropping in. Sorry about the ums. Maybe we'll call this the files or something. I don't know. I can't seem to stop myself. It's another part of the spectrum, the Bectrum that I'm on. Maybe I'll do a compilation of all the ums at some point if I get time. Anyway, hope you're enjoying your Sunday. If you're a mum, happy Mother's Day. If you've got a mum, happy Mother's Day to them. If not, just happy Sunday. It's just a regular other day and a regular normal day. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the tour that this guy's going to give you now. And please come with me on my journey through time in Living in a Jukebox, which the link for it will be on my website, it will be on my Instagram, it's on my Twitter, it's on everywhere. Please give it a go, or just search for me on Amazon. You'll see the books, and they deliver it very quickly for you. So thank you, Amazon. And let me know. Give me a shout if you want to know your song. Give me a shout if you want to share your playlist. I'd be really interested to see if there's any that are similar to out of mine, which is doubtful. Anyway, thank you very much. Enjoy. Goodbye from Zig. Goodbye from Zag. Goodbye from Grogu. And goodbye from Joe Attiwell, whose name I didn't forget. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Hello and welcome to the James Beckley Cultural Museum, which is situated in my garage. Welcome. As you'll see from my hat, I have come from an alternative 2015, where the world is lovely. Anyway, this is my garage door on the inside. That's right, I'm closed in as we speak. So yeah, my garage used to be full of boxes and stuff. It's now just full of stuff, but my God, what wonderful stuff it is. I'll give you a little tour. It's not completed yet, so please excuse the sheets over the areas of the museum that haven't been completed yet, and the little bit of brick wall that is showing just to my left, which would have been behind me in that video you've just watched, which will be covered very shortly with some stuff or other, once I've got some more sticky things to stick things up with. So anyway, this museum was started to be built in 2023 when excavation team, or me, walked in here and started working on clearing all the boxes out, and taking stuff out of boxes and working out how I was going to make this into my room, just so my wife could have a normal looking house. But obviously I wouldn't have used all this on the walls. Maybe about 40-50% of it, 60. Anyway, so yeah, let's start on the east wing. Over here we have my famous swear. Oh, you had to look round then, didn't you? Yeah, don't you get ahead of yourself. Here is the swear jar, famous swear jar that paid for a whole Christmas meal once when I used it during the football season. I have some lovely lights on the wall. Oh, there's Harry Kane up there, who was on our wall in the lounge, but as he left, he moved in here. This is my Iron Man helmet, which obviously is just there for decorational purposes. I never wear it. I am Iron Man. But also we have the haunted, what's it called? The haunted phone from Uncanny. He knows what he saw, right? BB-8 at the back there is his Lila's. I've got a Mandalorian helmet as well, which of course is just for, not educational purposes, for decorative purposes, never to be worn. This is my old fish tank. As you'll see in here, I've turned it into some kind of claw grabbing machine with lots of cuddly toys in there. You've got Doug, you've got Lotso, you've got Sean, you've got Brother Bear, you've got Dead Dog, no, not Dead Dog, Dogpool, that's his name, would be a bit of a better name. Baloo's there, Garfield, Mrs. George and Tiny Tim at the back there, Chirpy, the Tottenham mascot, the mascot of the 2012 Olympics, which I think was called Crank or something, I don't know. So yeah, that's what I used my old aquarium for. I did try and sell it once, but the guy brought it back, so there's a slight crack in the back of it. Anyway, screw him. His loss is my game. Here's Kermit, obviously standing in front of an Exorcist poster, in my top 10 of all time. At the top here, you've got Chewbacca's severed head on the wall. You've got the signed Little Angels record there. We have got a signed Lightning Seeds record there. 4 signed Sam Ryder singles there. Also 1 signed by Sigala, no less. And then you have the legendary Lewis Capaldi's album signed up there. Just above one of the greatest film posters of all time, The Empire Strikes Back. Strikes Back, not backed. That'd be weird. Here's my TV. On this TV we've got the Wii, we've got Blu-ray, I've got a VHS. I've also got a, whatchamacallit as well. Yeah, because every home should have some of those. Also got a games thing that I need to work out how to work, which has got like 40,000 arcade games on it. I'm not sure if that's legal, so maybe cut that bit out. Batmobile, massive Batman. You've got Stranger Things Funko Pop scene at the back there. An original Millennium Falcon, which needs some work, being looked after by Gromit. Some of these things on the wall here. Oh, up here, look, Mr. Flibble from Red Dwarf. You've got Wilson that I stole off of someone at work. Cyberman, Thanos' glove, Manta Force, and then you have some of the Muppets up there. You've got Walter and Rizzo and Fozzie just around the corner. Then a collection of baseball caps, one of which I'm wearing right now. Only I will be able to wear the baseball caps in the museum tours, but you've got Wild Stallions, you've got Bubba Gump, you've got Hawkins from Stranger Things, Wayne's World, Jaws 19, a Black Ant Center one and a Mighty Tottenham one. So yeah, a bit of a hoarder of baseball caps as well. Here is the famous Amy Winehouse drawing that I did after being haunted by her ghost in my house and also in my dreams. There we have reunited at last. Take that. Orange is there. You got Donald, you got Owen, you got Barlow, you got Robbie, all together again, as they should be. Beatles records, got some signed stuff up there, Def Leppard and Aha. This is a work in progress at the moment, but I've got 2 record players which also play everything else, including cassettes, a TARDIS tuner from Doctor Who. One of the first things my wife bought me, which is the Fernando Alonso car right there. A computer gaming chair, because as you know, I'm great at computer games. Talking of chairs, we've got 2 chairs here, which are being looked after by Zig and Zag. They are fold-out beds. That's right, fold-out beds, guys. I could actually move in here if it all goes horribly wrong in my house one day. We've got Living in a Jukebox right there. So I don't know if you've heard of this book. It's great. I'd give it a go. Thoroughly recommend it. Hardback and paperback and Kindle available now. You've got Pennywise, his balloon, Save the Clock Tower, Important Broadcast, Danny Wallace, Robbie Williams signed as well. Bit of Aha, bit of Back to the Future there, Ghostbusters Afterlife in my top 10. A couple of Oasis posters, The Fam up there. Down here you've got, of course, Grease 2 is in the middle of them all. And then at the moment we've got what's known as the Seinfeld exhibition going on in this museum. Here's the Lego that I created with my own bare hands. The other thing created by Funko. The Kramer, some strange AI picture with all of them together, and lots of things there as well down the side. Also a quote poster just down here. If you haven't watched Seinfeld, go and watch it because it's brilliant. There are my number plates. And over here we have a excellent array of people all together. You've got Quint and Jaws, you've got Johnny Lawrence, you've got Teen Wolf, you've got Mr. Miyagi, you've got Superman, you've got Robocop, you've got Deadpool, Darth Vader, you've got Homelander, and a very patriotic Dalek, all there. Speaking of which, in here you've got the little bits of Doctor Who right there. Signed by Sam Beckett from Quantum Leap, signed by Al from Quantum Leap. You've got South Park people there. Another array of different characters in there, including the topless Mr. Miyagi, Fozzie Bear, Alf, Harry Kane and Ted Lasso, and some people from The Boys, the Turtles, Only Fools and Horses, the 80s robots, who I'm going to turn into a fantastic television series one day. Then you get to the back wall. At the moment this is currently under creation, under construction is the phrase I'm looking for. You have Ghostbusters section here, lots of Funkos there, old school Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Then you got to the A-Team, then you got Back to the Future, got Biff Tannen right there, Martys and Docs galore, another Millennium Falcon and an X-Wing, and a couple, Grogu, who's also with Yoda, so that's nice, they're sort of family together. Lots of Blu-rays, because Christopher Nolan told me that I was a custodian in all these films, so I need to look after them. Then you have the Funkos, lots of different Funkos there. Catwoman's toppling over at the moment. You got loads. You got, what's his name there? Cocaine Bear. Then you got my wife's Funkos in the corner there. Sanka, Jordan Knight from Nukes on the Block, and some Whitney Houston's. Captain Caveman, what she calls me. Up the top here, you've got Cutty's Arc. You've got some Formula 1s. You've got my Oscar, my Little League trophy. Lots of different things at the top there. Some Marvel stuff. And just a random alien snail right in the middle of it. Ted's here. Not Rolf Harris. If Rolf Harris was here, we'd be in serious trouble. Roland Rat is here. Buzz Lightyear. And you've got one of the adipose. You've got Stitch, who's going to be making a bit of a comeback soon. Over here, you've got the bookcase, which is currently covered up because it's in the construction. Better Call Saul up there. Mr. Potato Head David Tennant right there. You've got an alien hanging down here. Up here is my guitars for Guitar Hero and the Beatles. And on the floor you'll see the beautiful, beautiful carpet from the Overlook Hotel, which pretty much sums me up right there. All work and no play makes James a dull boy, as you well know. I think that's it. So welcome. Feel free, as I say, it's open on bank holidays. You can come and visit the James Beckley Cultural Museum. You're welcome anytime. Tickets will be announced nearer the time, the cost of them. But yeah, please don't touch anything. But please come and join us.
This is my idea of a very nice day out.
James Beckley's. Hello and welcome to.